Hi guys, welcome back to True Crime with Darius, the place on TikTok where I talk about another crime every other day. Today we are talking about the case of Zachary Davis and the murder of his mother. This was recommended by myself because I really wanted to cover it. On August 12th of 2012, Zachary Davis, his mom, and his older brother Joshua all came home from the movies. He went to his room where he was supposed to go to bed. Instead, he waited for everybody to go to bed, and then he went to the garage where he grabbed a sledgehammer because he said it would be harder to miss. He then stood outside of his mother's room for a few minutes, contemplating what he was about to go do. Eventually, he did enter her room and began to bludgeon her with the sledgehammer, and he did put a pillow over her face to stop the gurgling noises, because he didn't want his older brother to hear what was happening in the other room. Then, Zachary covers the whole entire family room in whiskey, sets it on fire, goes outside, throws his phone into a ditch, and then starts fleeing the scene. So I heard about this case on Dr. Phil, actually. If there's two things I'm obsessed with in this world, it's true crime and, for some odd reason, Dr. Phil. And so naturally, when I came across the interview of Dr. Phil interviewing Zachary Davis, I knew I had to cover this demented sick boy. So Zachary's mother came here from Australia where she met Chris Davis. They quickly had two kids, Joshua and Zachary, and they built a home in Kentucky where they lived until Zachary was 9 when they moved because Chris, his father, passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. So Zachary was in therapy for a short while where he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and he claimed that he was hearing voices of his dead father. But Melanie, his mom, pulled him out of therapy when they moved to Tennessee, and she became the sole provider of the home as a paralegal. After they moved, Zach kind of secluded himself. He wore the same hoodie every day. He loved Stephen King. He loved torture and murder, and he had "You can't spell slaughter without laughter" written on his note. So going back to the night that Zachary did what he did, he intended to kill Joshua, but Joshua didn't die from the fire. He woke up to the fire alarm, went to check on his mom, and busted down the door to find her dead body. Because of this, the police were looped in on what was going on, and they located Zachary very quickly because of his phone location. When he was initially interviewed, he said that he didn't feel bad at all about what he did, and if he could redo it, he would do it again. But for some reason, this whole thing changed when he was interviewed by Dr. Phil, and he said that he regrets what he did because he thinks it's stupid. Yeah, pretty stupid. So the defense said that he did this out of insanity and he didn't know what he was doing, while the court kind of took another role and they said, well, he knew what he was doing because he planned out everything and he wrote it all out in his notebook, and he also threw his phone, showing that he wanted to leave the crime. In his notebook, he said that he wanted to kill his mother because he told her that he was being molested by his brother, but his brother said this never happened, and other family members said that there's just no way it would have ever happened. But let me just say, if his brother was doing this, that's awful, but that is never an excuse to murder anyone. So he's sentenced to 30 years for murdering his mother, and then another 20 for attempting to murder his brother and for the arson on their home. And he does have the possibility of parole after 51 years, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that is the story of Zachary Davis and the awful, tragic, and unnecessary murder of his mother, Melanie. If you guys liked this one, follow me here. I post true crime every other day. And honestly, I'm curious what you guys think about this case. Do you think that he should have been sentenced to like death? Do you think he should be in jail without the possibility of parole? Do you believe that his brother was doing what he said he was doing? Let me know. But that's all for this one. Be nice to people. I love you guys. Bye.